Welcome to Supersize Your Business. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. And today we're going to talk about ranking our priorities in order to finish this year strong and head into next year all set up to have an absolutely amazing and awesome year. How are we going to go about doing that? Well, we're doing the same thing as part of our Let's Grow annual challenge this month. December is all a wrapping up what we've done so far, looking at how far we've come, looking at where we still need to go in order to finish the year strong in each of the different areas and aspects of our life, and then applying that to setting our goals and objectives for next year to make sure that we head into next year with a framework that will support us through the entire next year of growth and development and whatever it is that we're trying to achieve in our life with respect to the annual challenge and with our business with respect to Supersize Your Business. So what we're doing today is we are ranking the 9 life framework areas that I actually use and teach as a life framework for our personal as well as our professional development. And you can have a model or a framework, whatever works for you. But what you want to do is at least a couple of times a year, rank in terms of priority, most important to least important. What is it right now? Because that tells us what's going on, what progress we're making, or where we're not making progress compared to the goals that we've set for ourselves to achieve this year. If we're not making progress in an area and it's critical and important, we want to make changes. If we're not making progress, but there's other things that have ranked and moved up in the priorities, become more important. Maybe there's a new competitor in your area or in your industry that you need to address that didn't exist at the beginning of the year when you set your priorities and ranked and goals, etc. So what we're going to do is we're going to rank physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, financial, relationships, contribution, communication, and confidence from 1 to 9. 1 being, this is the most important thing for me right now. This is the most important area for us to work on and focus on. A lot of times in business, it's financial, relationships, contribution. It might be physical. Maybe you're building a new plant or a new facility, or you're looking to outsource, whatever it might be. The reason things become a priority and change is because there's so many changes happening in our businesses and in our lives all the time. So we're going to rank them. And for the challenge, we're going back and we're looking at the beginning of the year, because at the beginning of the year on January 8th, we did this same exercise. We said, okay, here's the 9 areas. How do I, as a snapshot right now, rank them in priority order? And guess what? Every time I do this, they've pretty much changed from the beginning of the year to the end of the year. And that's because every year I focus on each of these different areas for an entire month. And because of that, I get a lot of progress toward certain areas, not so much in other areas, right? Some areas are slower to grow than others. And others I can make incredible progress by focusing on it for a month and then putting things in place that will continue to help me progress through the rest of the year on autopilot, right? Automatically. I love automation. I love making things a habit. To me, automation in our personal life is a habit. Same thing in our businesses, but we usually create systems and processes that other people can use too to make habits in our business, which become part of our culture, which help us to grow and build and supersize. So we're going to do that today. As far as setting priorities go, we can talk about that another day this month in terms of some of the different tools we can use to do that. We've talked about them all. I've talked about them all before, and we'll continue to find new tools and talk about them, because it's so important that we have a toolbox of things that we can use for whatever it is that we're facing in our business, because things are changing all the time. We want to have flexible tools and a flexible toolbox, just like we have a toolbox at home for home repairs and things, or a maintenance department in our businesses. If we have a physical location that has lots of tools and lots of different things available to solve problems, right? So that's it today. Go ahead, share your top 3 or share your number 1 priority for right now, between now and the end of the year. We got 30 days, 31 days left of this year to make an impact and make a difference and achieve our goals. What are your priorities right now based on? And then I like to ask myself, well, why are those my top 3 right now? What has changed or what's going on? And it's just I just jot down a couple of notes and a couple of keywords to remind me, like new competitor, or the name of the new competitor, or law change. Maybe there's an ordinance change or a legal change that's happening where you're operating and you have to do things differently. I think COVID blew up everybody's businesses, right? All right. That's all I've got today. If you have any questions, hit me up and ask. Otherwise, I will be with you tomorrow. Happy December. I'm excited for it to be December. I'm excited for a new year. I always am. But Let me know if I can help you anyway. Otherwise, have an awesome day, and I will, of course, be with you tomorrow.